Hello again, my name is Gabe Zollner. This is the 17th of February 2018. This latest shooting that took place in Florida, well, there's talk about getting rid of gun-free zones, which I think makes absolute perfect sense. Right now they're just shooting galleries for the bad guys. There's also talk about arming all the teachers. Normally I would think that's a good thing, but with 70-75% of professors being leftists, don't know how well that's going to go over. To me it makes perfect sense. If teachers had access to weapons and if they were proficient with them, then I think people like whatever took place in Florida wouldn't happen. I don't believe anything took place in Sandy Hook. But I think that it makes perfect sense to allow people to protect themselves and to protect the little students that attend classes. They're totally defenseless. We'll see how this thing unfolds. Personally, I'm not going to hold my breath. President Trump said that he was going to put together an executive order allowing a concealed carry permit holder to carry anywhere in the United States, which is what I think should happen. There should be a reciprocal agreement, reciprocity, but I don't think that's going to happen either. Personally, I think that President Trump has good intentions, but I think he's on a short leash. He's been compromised. Whether they have photographs of him having sex with other women, whether they have whatever they have, but I'm convinced they have something. And the reason that I believe he has been compromised is because he hasn't done anything to those that needed to have things done to them, like the elitists. And allowing Jeff Sessions to remain as Attorney General is a complete embarrassment. I mean, total embarrassment. I started watching the speech that the Attorney General started to give, and then I went away from the set. One American News Networks had shown it. And he starts off by slapping himself on the back, his lifelong work. Serving, you know? Stuffing his face at the public trough like they all do. No one's talked about term limits. President Trump did, but he hasn't done anything about it. No one's talked about drug testing. You even have to drug test and just look at their prescription records. There's many that are taking drugs for Alzheimer's, for dementia, and they're still lawmakers. How nuts is that, huh? Well, we'll see how things unfold. Personally, I'm not going to hold my breath about anything happening that's going to benefit us. The Democrats are completely out of their minds. But I think that there's many Democrats that call themselves Republicans. Right, John McCain? Huh? Right, Lindsey Graham? To name but a few. You sort of know what I think. You got a darn good idea as to why I think what I think. Question now is, what do you think? You think President Trump's been compromised? I do. It's real simple. Nothing's happened to a single elitist. The Department of Justice filed charges against a whole lot of Russians, but not a single elitist. What's that tell you? You know what it tells me, don't you? Thanks for listening.